Recall the correspondence referred to as the longest correspondence in all of human history. Albert Einstein queried or posed a question to Niels Bohr, who was at Copenhagen, Denmark. Einstein was at Princeton University in New Jersey. The question Einstein posed was, what is the quantum? Well, I know what it is. And you know what it is too, also. Recall your first day or time you spent in kindergarten. That's a method of teaching, a teaching methodology that's almost au contraire to Anna Maria Montessori method. I utilize a combination of both. But I remember my first day in kindergarten. Be about 5 years old. And Mrs. Keller had us read a book. And she told a story. The book was about 3 pages long. And the story goes like this. And see if you remember it. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Now the key is this. All the king's men and all the king's horses couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Well, a motion picture, the last motion picture made by Johnny Depp, who was probably the highest paid actor in all of Hollywood, was a movie called Through the Looking Glass. Through the Looking Glass was actually written in 1860 by a preacher named Reverend C.L. Dodson, who was also a mathematical professor for life at Oxford in England. Professor Dodson, better known to you as Lewis Carroll, who wrote Through the Looking Glass, which was a sequel to The Adventures of Alice in Wonderland. Well, in 1860, on the day of the resurrection, this sermon was preached. And he had an idea. Well, actually, he initiated, I had the first concept, the original concept, of the quantum world. Now recall in kindergarten, your first day at school, the teacher is not going to teach you something that you haven't witnessed. So you witness your mom scrambling an egg. You can't unscramble an egg. And that's what Humpty Dumpty essentially was, an egg. But Through the Looking Glass, Humpty Dumpty was put back together again. Now, that's the quantum world. That's the way COVID-19 operates. He can be put back together again. He can come from an organism, and he can become inorganic. To give you an idea of the concept or the notion of unscrambling an egg is impossible. Or Rumpelstiltskin's, another story that was told, he was spinning straw into gold. Now the original story, the maiden does spin straw into nuggets of gold. But we were taught in kindergarten that it could not be done. Because we as children have seen straw in a broom. I've seen my mom sweep with a broom made of straw. And I had an idea of what gold was. So be that as it may, in other words, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Anthony Fauci, is absolutely certain that COVID-19 is going to return. He knows it because he knows about the quantum world. Because we know, as a matter of fact, that this thing can be a false positive, a false negative, asymptomatic, or subclinical. And it can come back again. Now, what is the essence of this dialogue? The essence is COVID-19 comes out of the quantum world. Now you see me, now you don't. Humpty Dumpty took that great fall, but he was put back together again, if you saw through the looking glass, by a brilliant mathematical logician for life at Oxford University, who was also an ordained preacher who preached that sermon on the day of the resurrection. Here's a man that's dead, but yet alive. Hello? Well, I'll talk to you on a later date. This is Harrison Whitney. I can be reached at area code 248-818-3461. All things will be brought to your remembrance. Just wait. Thank you.